Welcome to Star Citizen. So today I'm gonna talk about the looting, the 3.17 update that's gonna kinda overhaul it in a major way. Looting and shooting for me, it's the main thing that I do in this game. Now having an extra aspect of that, of collecting gear, can be nice and being able to sell it back even better. But that's not the only change. There is also one very major thing. The loot and shops are gonna get overhauled to an extent. So what they've done is quite nice. They've reduced the items of the shopkeepers so that you can't get all the same kind of weapons, all the same kind of gear. And also, you won't be able to get all these items all around the world. Storage crates from Hearthstone may have different items in them than the Microtech, for example, or the Crusader. There will be also armors that you can actually now get from these bunkers, from the crates. Thus far, we have mostly had access to weapons, maybe some undersuits and helmets, occasionally a piece of gear. So we're gonna have some variety, we're gonna have some real goodies in these bunkers. It's gonna be put into three categories when you're gonna sell it back: the uncommon, common, and rare. Rare items are gonna be worth 90% of their buying price, which is quite nice. Rare items in general are considered that are low in stock and actually common to that star system. It kind of makes me question if a player sells an item to the shopkeeper that is out of stock of, let's say it's a rare item, can he or can the other players buy that item from the shopkeeper, or if they are just buying it and not selling it. Now, if you're bringing, let's say, exclusive gear from one planet to the other, those items might not be considered rare, because those are not common for that planet system. The idea is that they are interested in weapons that they have around there, the weapons that they are using, the weapons that, go around and come around. But they're not interested in the items that are from different planets, or, well, if they are, it's probably gonna cost for a common or uncommon price. That's kind of weird because, one would think that the items that are rare to that planet system, or, not common, would go for a better price than common or uncommon. Now, we do not know how much gear it will affect. It probably won't affect the NPC gear that much. The NPC gear will probably just go for the uncommon price because it's all over the place. The guard armors might actually go for a really good price if you're selling them back. Because usually, if you're gonna get guard armors, you're probably gonna be picking it up from the dead guards that you haven't killed. Or if you have, you gonna need to deal with that crime rating before you can actually sell them back. But I still have one concern. That is, how many weapons and armor pieces does this affect? If it takes away a lot of different armors, let's say all these colorful ones, all the cool ones, that will make it really interesting. If they're just gonna take away, let's say, 10-20% of all the armors and maybe weapons, that's gonna be pretty light and pretty boring. I think I forgot to mention that you can only sell gear back to the vendors that sell you gear and weapons to the vendors that sell you weapons. And it will depend on the price they are offering to you, what you can get for them. Another interesting, maybe even good thing when you're doing these bunkers or just clearing out things, you're actually gonna be taking somewhat less damage, but you're gonna be having a lot more concussions, body parts getting hurt. So you may need to see medic more often, but hey, you'll be taking less damage. So it's kind of a trade-off, and I guess in a good way, because in a lot of stupid scenarios, you die really closely to some really stupid thing. I guess in a way it's kind of a new profession. I do hope they kinda rework some of these chests, because I don't think anybody is collecting these food items or funguses or compounds or whatever there are in these boxes. But we just need to wait and we will see what we can get from it. Now you can start hoarding right away if you're interested in that. They said there will be no reset, or not any kind of that reset that will take away all the gear that you have collected. So start collecting if that is your wish. Now, I guess we're all gonna end up becoming just gigantic hoarders of this gear if we're not gonna be actually kind of interested. Everyone's gonna be carrying a tractor beam and gonna be filling up their ship with corpses than just taking all the gear from those corpses and just selling it for the half price. Might not be too bad of an idea, seeing as in some of these missions there's just gonna be a load of dead bodies. Yeah, kind of want to see how that pays out. Okay then, so these were the major changes coming to the gear and loot in 3.17. I know they paint it as a refueling update, that is part of it. But to be honest, I think this is somewhat more important and requires a spotlight as well. You can also sell weapon modules, and you can unequip them when you're selling them one by one, as I understand it. You just unmark the box that is marked that the weapon has a silencer or scope or something. But anyways, thanks for watching.